I feel pretty calm for the most part. It's been a surprising sort of adjustment period. And I've done I had a lot of time with my own thoughts, obviously. So I've been able to unpack a lot of what I'm feeling as I'm feeling it, which is a luxury that we don't get as humans very often. It felt familiar to me, not the circumstances going on outside of me, but what I'm doing and how I'm coping are very resonant of when I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes about 7 years ago. And I had to slow down. A lot of people I know are really thrown off by how much they have had to slow down and how much they are no longer able to identify with their work. Like so many, I think what we're seeing, especially in the United States, is our identity is associated with our productivity and our accomplishments and all of the doing instead of the being. And when all of that is suddenly put on halt, or even like for so many people taken away entirely, right. It's very unsettling and almost it's traumatic in a lot of ways. Yeah. And I've lost, there are things that I, because of this lockdown, I'm not doing theater right now, right? Like I have 2 shows, or I was supposed to have 2 shows that were canceled. I'm a nanny, so that makes me essential. Also, both of her parents are working from home, so we're all very safe. They quarantined at the same time I did. So I'm able to go. I'm not just like trapped in my own house every day for this will be my 2nd week back with them. Because we did do like a full isolate, like a separation for about 10 days, right around St. Patrick's Day when we had the state of emergency was declared. Yeah. But so I've been able to go, I've been going back and forth just between my house and their house, which is a blessing for me because I really love my baby. So I to just like, I feel really like that part of the, like that physical touch love language is being fulfilled at least a little bit because I get baby snuggles. So I'm lucky that way. There's so much that's unknown right now that is really what unsettles, I think, most of us. I have felt very frustrated and angry with a lot of things, especially in the beginning before it became so bad that people had to pay attention. Right. And we were seeing, our governor was declaring a state of emergency. Meanwhile, bars stayed open, businesses stayed open, theaters went on with their productions, and young people kept going to bars. We saw it all on the news, and that for me was maddening because, as a diabetic, I am immunocompromised. I'm at high risk for severe symptoms, which means I'm at high risk for getting sick in general as well. Like not only if I get sick at all, I'm more likely to end up in a hospital that now won't have a bed for me. Should we be put in a situation like in Italy where doctors are having to make the choice of whose life is the most valuable, mine will not be. And that's my reality. And that's where I get scared. Being one of the more vulnerable groups of people in this virus has also prepared me mentally to cope with the circumstances that surround it. But I've had a lot of time to meditate on it. So.
When this is over, or when this kind of things progress positively, what do you think the long-term effects this period is going to have on society?
I honestly don't think any of us can even imagine it.
Yeah.
Because this is so unprecedented. Yeah. I do know that there's no back to normal, which I think is the other interesting thing about this is that while we're isolating, while we're doing so much of this alone, we are all in it together. Like we're all doing this for each other. And I think that that's really beautiful in its own, tragic way.